Hi, I'm Mike from Inspireworks. Hey, are you a drummer or are you a drum teacher? We would love you to join with us on the afternoon of Monday, the 3rd of October to bang the drum for street children's rights. So why are we banging the drum for street children's rights? UNICEF estimates that there are 150 million children around the world who live on the street. Just to put that in context, if that was the population of a country, it would make it the 9th biggest country in the world. The UK is the 22nd biggest country, so you can see what a big problem it is. The United Nations also has what it calls the United Nations Convention for the Rights of a Child. Basically, that's a big long list of all the rights that a child living in the 21st century should have. Street children, due to their circumstances of living on the street, are often denied 3 of them. One of them is the right to identity. A lot of children who live on the street don't know their name, they don't know where they're born, they certainly don't have a passport or a birth certificate. Another one is that they are often not protected from violence, and street children around the world really are exposed to some absolutely horrific things that no adult, let alone any child, should see or witness or be part of. And the third thing, of course, street children are often denied an education. Street children don't have a voice. In a lot of countries, they deny they have a street child problem, and also it's very hard for street children to get help. By banging the drum, by uniting drummers, children around the world as well, banging drums together, we hope to create a massive sound, to create a voice for street children so that governments and the media will take notice and we can make a real lasting change for children who live and work on the street around the world. Please do join us. You can play any type of drum, and all you need to do is join us for our live stream. Look at YouTube and drum along with us. Check out these grooves now, because we've worked out some things you can play on a drum kit or things you can play on a hand drum and how you can join with us.
Hi, I'm Tom from Inspireworks. I'm just going to take you through the drum kit exercises that you can use as part of the world record attempt for Bang the Drum on the 3rd of October. All the drum kit patterns are based around one of the samba patterns. That's banging the drum now, can you hear me? I'm banging the drum now, can you hear me? Banging the drum now, can you hear me? I'm banging the drum now, can you hear me? So of course, first of all, just make sure you've got that groove in your head. It's a little bit funky, so make sure you're comfy with it. Then put a little bit of bass drum underneath it, just to make sure you're comfy. Banging the drum now, can you hear me? I'm banging the drum now, can you hear me? Then take that pattern, split it between your hi-hat and your snare drum. Banging the drum now, can you hear me? I'm banging the drum now, can you hear me? You'll see that the hi-hat's just carrying the pulse. We'll put the bass drum back in underneath that. Maybe just splash out that high. Just to get that nice little funkiness going on. We can take that same pattern, instead of playing it on the hi-hat, we can split it between the high tom and low tom. Which again gives it a really nice heavy samba feel. You could accompany that either with just the bass drum on the pulse, or you could play quavers. Very nice, very funky. Last of all, you could give yourself a bit more of a samba funk by, instead of moving your strong hand between the toms, you move it between the hat and the snare. Very nice there with a nice splayed hat as well. Fun. Finally, you take that element, you could just make a fill out of it. Banging the drum now, can you hear me? Gives you a nice little easy fill as well, so you could do that maybe once every 4 bars. The last little element that you've got, which you're going to need for the world record, is the break, which all the kids are going to play on their drums, which is Bang the Drum for Street Children's Rights. You can play that anywhere you like on the kit. Sounds nice across the floor tom and the snare. Bang the Drum for Street Children's Rights. Or again, just played as an easy fill round the kit. Each time they play it, they're going to play it 4 times, so you use it as quite a long break. That would mean that with our pattern, it would sound something like this. 1, 2, 3. You get the general idea. Have fun with it. I'm sure you guys can do some much funkier and fancier stuff with it as well. And we'll see you on the 3rd of October for Bang the Drum. Take it easy. Bye.
Now you could join us on Bang the Drum by playing a hand drum, like a djembe. Now that same rhythm that Tom was playing, banging the drum now can you hear me, you can play it on a djembe. Now, I'm doing it all as tones at the moment, but we want to try and create a bit of that samba feel to it. So on beats 2 and 4, put a bass in. But also, we could make it sound a bit more interesting by using our weaker hand here, changing it to slap sounds. Then we can also add in some ghost notes to it as well. You know, you often see djembe players doing this, where basically their hands are keeping some 16ths going the whole time. This is ghost notes, which would mean that our groove ends up being almost accents coming on top of those ghost notes. The handing will change while you do this though. Then also you can maybe put in a few little flams in a bit of a solo, something like that as well, just to make it a bit more interesting. Have fun with it. The last bit, we've got to do that break as well. Bang the drum for Street Children's Rights. Remember, we play that rhythm 4 times, so you could vary it around and do it as different tones for each of the 4 times we play it, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Please do join us. Check out bangthedrum2016.com, which gives you all the details of how you can join us on the 3rd of October. Thank you.